State government orders demolition of illegal structures on right-of-way. Governor Omo Eno meets permanent secretaries, charges them on promoting Arise agenda. Plus, 7th Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly ends with a validatory sitting. Hello, welcome to NTA News. My name is Francis Bassi. This broadcast is reaching you on live on our Star Times channel 103, on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Akwa Ibom State Governor Omo Eno has directed the immediate demolition of illegal structures whose owners were duly evaluated and compensated. This was during an inspection of some projects and facilities owned by the state government to ascertain the current level of completion. Kelvin Samuel reports.
The governor, who was accompanied by his deputy and other top government officials, says his aim is to ascertain the state of projects and facilities in the state for proper alignment with his Arise agenda, assuring that no government project will be abandoned by his administration. He frowned at those who take advantage of the change of power by thinking they would be allowed to re-erect structures on places already evaluated and paid for by government.
Government is a continuum, and so there's no need anybody wanting to take advantage and thinking that one government is gone, another government is here. Once government has paid compensation, I will advise people not to encroach on government land anymore. Anyone that they have encroached, I'm instructing the Ministry of Works to bring down those buildings. We cannot continue like this.
Some of the places visited include the Bomb Tropicana, E-Library Road Expansion Project at Airport Road, Nsiratayo Kobo Road, among others. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Governor Omo Eno has charged permanent secretaries in the Akwa Ibom State Civil Service to be good ambassadors of the Arise agenda. The governor gave this charge when he met with permanent secretaries at the ESCO Chambers Government House, Uyo. Kelvin Samuel reports.
Presenting copies of the Arise agenda to the permanent secretaries, the governor directs that henceforth memos from the ministries, departments and agencies are to reflect the plans of government as captured in the Arise agenda. He explained that the idea is to ensure that programs of the present administration and campaign manifestos are actualized.
If with your cooperation, God helping us, the right funding comes, which I know it will, and if we can achieve 50% of what is there, we will have moved the state forward, building on the infrastructure that we already have. Amazing infrastructure. Roads are opening up to everywhere, but we now must have economic value of those roads. We must go to our rural areas.
Copies of the Arise agenda were handed over to permanent secretaries, while the permanent secretary, Ministry of Information and Strategy, James Edet, addressed the media shortly after the meeting.
All public office holders to go back to their different communities and be actively involved in what goes on there. Of course, you know what Arise, this Arise agenda stands for: agriculture, rural development, infrastructure, and of course education. There is nowhere rural development can take place without we as stakeholders going back to our communities.
In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Omo Bassey Eno, has appointed Pastor Inima Omo as a special assistant on religious matters. The governor made this announcement during a thank you meeting with fathers of faith at the Government House Banquet Hall, Uyo. Pastor Moore is a native of Biakpo, Ikode-Sien in Ikode-Kwene local government area. Until his appointment, Pastor Moore served in All Nation Ministry International as coordinator of Ona Mission Field of the church. The 7th Assembly of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has ended with a valedictory sitting amidst glowing tributes on members. Assembly correspondent Sikan Okon reports that At the valedictory session, the Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Anikan Basi, says the 7th Assembly has passed a total of 27 bills. Details will come in subsequent bulletins. We'll pause here for some commercials. We'll be back shortly.
On behalf of the management and staff of Nigerian Television Authority Channel 12 Uyo, I, Mrs. Alice Ugbe, General Manager, NTA Uyo, hereby congratulate His Excellency Pastor Omo Basino on his successful inauguration as Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State and Dr. Kone Yagayi as Deputy Governor of the state. I pray that the good Lord will protect and direct you to pilot the affairs of our dear state successfully, even as we will partner to showcase and take our state to higher heights. Once again, congratulations. Long live Nigerian Television Authority Channel 12 Uyo. Long live Akwa Ibom State. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afarafort, Overback Road, Uyo. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class Blue Sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afarafort, Overback Road, Uyo your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Welcome back. In Akwa Ibom State, the government is sensitizing residents of communities in 15 local government areas on the watch list of flood-prone challenges, on the need to take precautions and relocate to safe areas when they notice any rise in sea level. Clement Barikwi reports that this is being done in addition to aggressive provision of drains.
The location of Akwa Ibom State in the coastal region opens the state to an all-year-round rainfall pattern. This rainfall has over the years added more water to surface runoff, leading to incessant and severe flood conditions. For instance, every year, residents of some communities in Ibono, Oron, Eket, Esreket, Ona, Mbo, Unuko, Okobo, Urofunruku, Ikodobasi, Nkpadenen, Eastern Obolo, Itu, Ibionibom, Uran and Uyo local government areas have lost their property to flooding.
I'm sure you know we are talking about climate change now. Yes. But the issue we have now, if you look at the rainfall pattern this year, the rain came early. The rains came early. It's not abnormal. In this our environment, normally rainfalls, we're supposed to have at least some amount of rainfall every month. But because of climate change, the December and January are mostly dry now. In other words, our rainfall is beginning to be very seasonal, affecting everything.
In 2023 again, these local government areas have been placed on flood red alerts. In the case of Uyo, most parts of the metropolis are often prone to flooding during the rainy season, with many households usually displaced. To save the situation, the state government has continually carried out the desilting of drains and building of new ones in the flood-prone areas. The IBB flood control project remains the toast of many residents. This 10-kilometer drain spans across 18 flood-prone villages in 3 local government areas.
The drainages that are made for now I'm not sure the capacity is such that the runoff can flow immediately. Yes, sir. And if you go to some areas, you observe that the drainages are not wide and are not deep enough. The residents will have to also play a major role to keep those drainages neat and tidy. Because if we have residents who don't cooperate with the government, they dump refugees and other things inside the drainages, then the tendency is for those drainages to block and the runoff won't have it easy.
While this effort is attracting accolades from residents, environmental experts say a lot more needs to be done in terms of provision of infiltration surfaces through sustainable urban renewal programs. In Uyo, Clement Barikui, NTA News.
It is the tradition in society for disputes to be settled through discussions and deliberations, rather than resorting to self-help as the society is guided by laws. Recent incidents of mob attacks and jungle justice being meted out on suspects have left many wondering why the value and regard for human life has seemingly dropped in society. Olobode Arewa reports.
The attack usually starts as mere accusation against someone that he steals something or harmed somebody. Thereafter, other people join in the accusation with beatings, stonings, or even lynching. All these are done without the person being accused given the opportunity to defend himself. This, no doubt, is a denial of the accused person's fundamental right to fair hearing. The above scenario depicts a typical scene of jungle justice meted out against a suspect, an increasing incident in Nigeria today. This April, there was a report of the mob lynching of 35-year-old Timtokwa Olorunfemi in Akure, Ondo State, on accusations that he killed 4 persons with his car. There was another reported case of jungle justice meted out on a young man at OAU Ile-Ife who was accused of stealing the handsets, while more than 391 incidences of killings through jungle justice have been reported since 2019. Section 33 of the 1999 Constitution says that no one shall be deprived of the right to life, except in very few instances.
Our laws are clear on jungle justice. You know, every person has the right to life, and nobody shall be deprived of their lives, except by virtue of the judgment of a court to that effect for an offense or a crime they have committed. Section 36 of Section 5 of the Constitution also provides that any person who is accused of an offense is presumed innocent in the eyes of the law until such person is charged to court, given an opportunity to defend himself, and is proven guilty of that offense.
Experts in legal matters posit that even then, such a person accused of a crime must be given the right to defend himself.
To curb jungle justice, we need to educate our people, to bring people at back. But for whatever reason, if somebody steals something and you are even caught red-handed, the right thing to do is to ask questions and take the person to the police station.
Experts warn the law enforcement agencies to step in and stem the tide of jungle justice before the lawlessness causes more civil unrest with consequences. Olabode Arewa, NTA News.
With the rise in pump price of premium motor spirit across the country, many have decided to leave their cars at home and now sourcing for alternatives. Can you ever imagine bicycles taking the place of cars on the highways as the new major means of transportation? Well, in this special report, Oyeyemi Ajayi takes a look at the possibility and how efficient that will be. Over to you, Oyeyemi.
The road, major theater of transportation, with cars tagged the major actors. Statistics reveal that 11.8 trillion cars ply the Nigerian roads yearly, with numbers increasing by the day. Maybe that's why road crashes became the major source of death, not just in the country, but globally as well. Over time, efforts have been made to reduce this unbearable burden, but the hydra-headed monster keeps surmounting the hurdle. Now, to look for other ways, including embracing bicycles as a major means of transportation. In other climes, bicycle is an effective and efficient means of transportation, especially with the benefits embedded, but yet to be popular in Nigeria.
You know, in Nigeria here, now if somebody see you now, you are on cycling, the first thing that will come to their mind is that, see this poor man. So first, we need to advocate about this thing and tell people about the health benefit.
With different awareness campaigns, stakeholders have tried convincing the people on the benefits of riding bicycles, especially as an answer to the burden of road crashes.
So to ensure safety, the road network must be designed considering the vulnerable road users who are the most at risk in mind, as they will feel safe walking and cycling, as this will further promote good health, sustainable cities and equitable society.
Maybe necessity will now compel the people to look that way, realizing that the fuel subsidy is gone, with prices of fuel already on the rise.
Cycling is a saving grace. Your health-wise cycling is very, very good, because as a cyclist, if you are riding, you are fit at all time. The cost of maybe fuel, as you have said, is gone.
Children of young age, they should be using it to school, but government should be able to provide a safety road which they can ride on without motorists hurting them on the road.
In the light of this, many are now pleading for road networks to be redesigned to allow free movement of bicycles across the country, as many are already thinking in that direction. So, what are your thoughts? Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
To go review of top stories. State government has ordered demolition of illegal structures on right-of-way. Governor Omoino met permanent secretaries, charged them on promoting a RISE agenda. You also heard in the news that 7th Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has ended with a valedictory sitting. To be a star, join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Wisdom Jacob is standing by for News in Ibibio.
Karastere no yobo wood mem bosid bionga ad mutum adidiong song. Dai wuro karastere mi am nyem bono yemme sang wen no kara abo ya mo dependa no tumutum kara. Ufong bet stede me yo itiaba e mai ben bono mo edismuto. O kangni song ide ambo ya ko membo sangine nyem bubre yomi. Mi kere wisdom check up. Dai wuro karastere mi o moino ama no yobo ya ikrebo ke wood mempose ebo ke moson mi fono ado e mai pembon se mai monsinie mempo mi okok ndu tap adi biat me adi wood mempo mo anya ke na meri o mi kini aga sang ke sed mempo so karastere mi ne be atoro edi ongo na muto mi ka kombo mi ito kombo. Adai wuru karas tsedemi aga sanga ke modiana ma yembunu karamfen atanga boki modi sangan set mempomi ado didio menda na mutum u kareka ba atudu idio enyo dio senamko ayo tanga boki ba mpondo ndeket u karanama u kari modi nyong ikbong enyema ku video israba sembono wenanga siado ukara kpungo ndien etemetong di pop mempo kemiti sukara ma ke wun pom mo enyo ekpe mo okon kem usok mitie sa dai wuru kara stere mega sanga kaya ke sempogo do ibum tropicana itie rionga te e-library usong enama kusong ka awon uboma fam usong to nsrata eka kobo ye mention si tiemfen Wisdom Jacob a kombok NTA adai wuru kara stere mi moino ama no masasa wed no mu fo to mu kara ga stere mi iteme bo ya modo nsongtum tin songtum anon du tumu kara nyega no iteme mi kini aga ni ga mbono ye masasa wen mi ku fo to mu kara mi ku yu yama ke kpong mengwere dongo ke mendu tumutum kaba ukara anom me sanga wen ke stedemi adai wuru kara stedemi ama do ko mobo tongo de kemi mempose mo yemerinanga ana sanga ke kem meso karadwak adinam asneke ke mengwere do nongo ke modo anyama nam ya wa abu ke kikere mi do mba atodo edio menutum sukara anye sneke mi kamasa ndien ba sanga ke kem mempose ni mo kidwak adinanga nom bonowo e mai kpong mengwere dongo ke mempo kabangan de nutumukara eno me sanga wen wet ndien sanga wen non fo to me sem po bangan nutumuswana itu James said it ado wo sikitai ko ye me kombok ke mai ke kwen bonodo Wisdom adai wuru kara stedemi mono ama me pastor inima umo ates sanga no karitem ka found tum mpoi kovasi dai wuru karastere mi aka na medio me kini aka ni mbono ye meko vasi ku fautu mo kara mekuyo pastor mo no fight me ado awoto obi akpo ikoresien ken ko kara ikorek bene mbemi so ke no nya itie so ke no do anyeka do atum lutum ku fo ba se ngate All Nations Ministry International nko aku fo ba se do anyera kona kangin bondi trembo mubre yo mi rotutun kan ka do ba sen bom eri temaki ko frefen membo mi tonyin tutu inero